You're mine. Time to move.
Go!
Approaching the anomaly.
Copy that. Who's there?
Resident Evil.
Good day, watchers. I'm working on our film review tonight. Tonight on Blu-ray, I've been watching. This one I've seen already. I saw it a while back actually. Really enjoyed this one. This is a really good. Another CGI Resident Evil film, which is actually really good. Blood and guts. Yeah, I've seen it before. I enjoyed it. So Resident Evil is Japanese animated, blah blah blah. Action film set in the same universe as Resident Evil video games. It is the third CGI film preceded by Resident Evil Generation, Resident Evil Damnation. Also, the third film installment with Leon Kennedy as the main character, released in Japan of 2017. The sequel, Resident Evil Death, was released in 20. So it is. So in 2014, BSAA agent Chris Redfield is tracking Glenn Aris, a former CIA operative turned arms dealer. Aris wanting revenge against the US government for killing friends and a family in a drone strike at a wedding, developing and smuggling bioweapons into the country. So Chris and other agents infiltrate the mansion in Mexico to rescue his missing undercover source. Kathy and White, Chris's fellow agents are ambushed by zombies on death traps, with Chris being the sole survivor. Outside the mansion, Chris faces Iris, who reveals that Kathy has become a zombie under his control. As Iris leaves with his associates, father and daughter Diego and Maria Gomez, the BS rescues. Let's read that. As Iris leaves his associates, father and daughter Diego and Maria Gomez, the BSAA rescues by slaughtering Kathy and the remaining zombie herd. Okay, so I won't read the whole lot. Just what is the point? So this is a good movie. Yeah, so it sets off like at the beginning of the film. You see Leon Kennedy. In this, you got Leon Kennedy, Chris Redfield, even Rebecca Chambers, gorgeous by the way. I like Rebecca. She's who work together in this movie. So you actually see Leon Kennedy at the beginning talking about. He's sort of, he's like your typical beginning thing. So you see Leon Kennedy at with all his bodies and stuff, and next bit you see Chris Redfield with his team infiltrating this like mansion. It looks a bit like Resident Evil 1, the mansion, but in this film they're not like, there's literally they can kick ass in this movie. I think it's the issue with this film. They're so damn like, they can kick ass without no problems. It's like but it's an enjoyable movie. It's an enjoyable movie, full stop. I really enjoyed it. So yeah. So anyway, they infiltrate this mansion. They're after this guy called Iris, and they end up looking around this creepy ass mansion. It's really cool actually. But of course, there's zombies there. But these zombies are like fast and quick, and it's creepy. It's really well done actually. I liked it, and the creepy eeriness, and it's typical Resident Evil creeper. What's wrong with these blooming glasses? Bloody ears bloody. Back of the ears bloody girls. It's ridiculous. I don't know why. I was working when I first warned them. They were fine. Then they just started doing it after a while. It's weird. Anyway, so they're looking around this mansion. Some of the characters start to get attacked by these. There's a part where which is cool scene with this like toy car, this remote control car, right? This vehicle, and this remote control vehicle. Right? And next minute it's moving. Next minute it's kid. Like it's like a kid hiding. It's like controlling it. It's weird. It's like, but it's like a zombie. Anyway, they get attacked by this zombie, and they become infected. And then Chris goes and anyway, so they run into the room, right, and they get attacked. One of the members gets attacked, bit on the arm, and of course they have to escape. Anyway, so they blow the room up, the room explodes, and of course his teammate starts to change, like not like zombie, kind of like really crazy infection, not like your typical You know, like this is that crazy full on attack mode. So anyway, he ends up escaping from the manager, jumping through the window, ends up running to Hero. There's like a fight between them two. Of course, he loses, and then there's like a zombie. So anyway, so then these other zombies pop up. There's the girl that was looking for this woman that was looking for. She's a zombie now, and of course, then this helicopter shows up and kills all the zombies, rescuing Chris Redfield. Anyway, so later on the team. Anyway, so you see like. Leon Kennedy just sitting there like drinking and stuff, and you know, and then there's a part we actually see where Rebecca Chambers is there, so they're all together, and the thing is, Carl's Arius, what his name is actually can see what they're saying, and then he tells one the actually quite attractive woman there, you know, just you know, she's like being controlled or something. I don't know about her. I don't know. It's weird because she's like an unusual character, very attractive character by the way. Anyway, so they end up. He orders him, no, her to, you know, to keep her alive. Why? And of course, he's got his own agenda. So anyways, they end up getting attacked, and of course, she gets taken by the attractive, curvaceous woman. It's all good. That's all I can call her, really, because she's very attractive. But of course, he's got his own agenda because it turns out his wife was killed by a drone attack, explosions and stuff. So yeah, so he wants revenge to set off this virus into New York City. Of course, they have to stop him by working together. What is better than Leon Kennedy and Chris Redfield working together? It's pretty awesome. So she gets taken. Of course, he has this crazy ass idea putting her arm. Of course, he's got like an arm of her, right? And she's like, and he's kind of like, I'm gonna put her arm on yours, and it's kind of like, oh boy, this guy's crazy. So he dressed up in a wedding outfit, and she's kind of like, and of course he affects her with the virus. Of course, you got this other character with this massive gun. It looks a bit like what's it, Bane from Batman. He has this massive gun, like all that character from Metal Gear Solid, that big gun, but more scary looking. And he has this massive gun. He starts freaking firing at bloody Chris Redfield, and it's just crazy. It's like a massive gun. Like, this guy's massive, like it's like steroid, but he's been infected. But of course, it turns out to be one of the friends of the at the wedding and stuff, and the young woman turns out to be friends and stuff. Of course, he's infected or something. So they have to go out and back to where. Anyway, so they go out to try rescuing. So they end up going to New York and try. Anyway, so they end up going to New York, where it sets off the virus. So the virus itself in New York, and some of the civilians are like getting infected. And of course, decide to blow up the tankers. Anyway, so they end up at the facility and where Rebecca's being held, and of course she's been infected now. And there's like a battle. That's the coolest part. I like the part where there's like a shootout in the facility. You know, like there's like always zombies. Released all these zombies, all like, and Chris Redfield is like just going around and just shooting them all up. Using all these kind of cool moves. I mean, it's a little bit like less tension, but it's still kind of cool to watch. Where he's like shooting all the zombies, and Leon helps him out. You know, it's just pretty cool actually. They're working together. They end up finding Rebecca, and of course, and there's like a fight on the. There's a fight on the roof with Chris Redfield. Chris Redfield, and Aaron. I like the fact that I think Aaron's character is actually a pretty good fighter. Do you think yourself? He's infected with some kind of virus because he's really good. It kind of reminds me of Wesker a little bit. The way it's great, but he doesn't have the speed and stuff like that. He's just quick. He has a kind of he has the same kind of skill as Chris Redfield. They both are like, it's all equal to it, like to the shooting like that, but doing all that kind of stuff. So they know their moves and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool actually. So anyway, he ends up falling to his death, right, through his glass. And I think his character, the big guy with the gun, he starts to like go on to level 2. He's like, what is, you know, it's just crazy. Like all his stuff starts freaking going inside him and stuff like that. you know, takes his mask off. It's like it's a cool. That scene was actually pretty cool. It's almost like a surprise for everyone. It's like crazy. You think to yourself, oh shit! It's like it's become. First of all, he's big, then he becomes like abomination from Hulk, the Hulk, Incredible Hulk. Is just like massive now. Because what he does is uses this like he attaches himself to the thing's body, and next minute he's like. It's like they connect with each other, and it's like they become this like super like zombie steroids cross between like Abomination and stuff, and all that kind of stuff, and Bane. It's crazy. It's pretty cool though. The fights, they're shooting out in the end, shootout fights and monsters versus freaking Leon Kennedy and Chris Redfield. Pretty cool actually. I enjoyed it. The finale is really good. Good shootouts and good action and good explosions. I'll say, and the finale is pretty good. Where I like the part where this is a cool part where Fingers character, Hero, the zombie hero, grabs hold of the helicopter. It's kind of a chopper, but it's got like two propellers. It's like a kind of crossing a chopper and a plane. So anyway, grabs hold of the plane. I like the part where Leon throws like his bike after, like the bike, but with he throws the bike after at him. And it blows him up. And then Fingers character in the helicopter in the chopper thing has this massive gun that just shoots right through this freaking body, right through there, through some buildings. So that's the thing. It's like that weapon from Metal Gear Solid, that massive gun, electric, all that freaking one from Eraser. Bit like that, it's pretty powerful. It shoots right through him. Anyway, so he ends up dropping on Liam Kennedy. Chris Redfield kills him by shooting like a grenade launcher at him, and he blows him up, and he just there is a lot of good scenes in this film, as in I've missed out like the part where Chris Redfield and Leon Kennedy get like a vehicle, so it's a quick way to get to where they are, and so Leon gets like Leon Kennedy gets a cool looking bike actually. I do like the bike in it, but it's like I like the chase with the dogs, the zombie dogs, which are freaking quick. And this, the freeway chase with dogs and stuff, it's pretty crazy. But yeah, it's a cool scene. The film does go a bit crazy with like. Sometimes I wish you'd go back to the old kind of like Resident Evil, like where it's like intense and scariness and sort of action all the time. That's what they need to do, is go back to those basics of Resident Evil, made it the original two video games scarier. And the game Resident Evil, I've been playing that, Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, does it right because it's like tension and you've got no weapons, you've got to look around. And of course later on you get weapons later on, but it's a great game though. But this is a really good film. Freeway chase with the zombies, zombie dogs and stuff, and final the battle scene with the zombie era at the end, which is pretty awesome. There's a lot to unpack in this movie that and the effects, the CGI effects are pretty good too still. So I enjoyed this movie. Returning characters, of course. Rebecca James is I forgot to mention she's like a scientist now. So yeah, because there's a part in the movie where she's working in this lab. Next minute, the woman in it, she releases some like the virus into the system, like it goes into the air. She gets infected, but then she uses the vaccine to cure herself. But then she starts like getting attacked by zombies by her and people in the where she's working, the hospital, the side place, I don't know what the place is called actually, and the place where she's working, and yeah, so it's pretty cool actually. Yeah, so she gets unaffected, then she still gets attacked. Turns out the virus is in already in people's system because it's been released already. So that's the. I'm not going to explain too much now because I'm just like watching the film, enjoying it, and that's it. So yeah, a lot of good actions, returning characters with Chris Redfield and Leon Kennedy. I like the fact they're working together, pretty cool. A bit like Resident Evil 6 actually, because they have all the characters working. Actually, I enjoy that game. I need to play that one again. Not the best one, of course, but yeah. So yeah, awesome. Still a very enjoyable movie that is. So I enjoyed it though. Good action scenes, and yeah. So let me get to the cons and pros, or pros and cons. What I liked about it, the pros, good CGI animation, really good CGI. Returning characters, which is cool, great, really good voice acting. Another good stuff. I think the storyline's really good too. New characters, creepy ass monsters, violence, gore, zombies get blown up. It's pretty enjoyable. So yeah, so zombies, deaths, and new characters, and very attractive characters in it. So yeah, I just say characters and stuff like good CGI animation, good voice acting, good music, good story, nice action. So yeah, here we go. Cons. Okay, so I'll get to the. I enjoyed the movie. I like the action, and maybe I kind of missed the. I think the problem with the characters too feel a bit too. It's like a Mary Sue and Gary Sue, and this is the full more Gary Sue. So they're just like unstoppable. They're just, you know. I don't hate that about this film. I really enjoyed it, but there's moments in the movie you kind of wish it would go back to. It's kind of like, yeah, okay, he's not gonna die because he's too good. He's just, you know. But yeah, they do meet the match later on with that guy, hero guy, who's like quite fast and quick, just like them. So it's like fighting themselves, fighting their own shadows. But yeah, but when they go against zombies, it's just like too easy. It's like, I mean, it looks great by the way. It looks cool when they're just like doing that, shooting that, grabbing zombie. It's cool, but at the same time, it kind of lacks that tension. I know it's an animated film, but sometimes you can add a bit of tension in animated film. I didn't hate it though, I enjoyed it. So yeah, I really enjoyed the action scenes, and at the same time it does kind of like, you know, the characters do feel a little bit undestructible in this. Like the last one actually. Compared to the original Resident Evil, like the first one, where there was just tension in the game, was like, oh shit, you know. So yeah. That's it really, not a massive problem. It doesn't ruin the film or anything, it looks great. That's the only thing I can think of, that kind of like, yeah, I kind of wish to go back to the old kind of like, but it looks good either way, so it's kind of a plus and con at the same time. I've got to find something to be negative about, so yeah. But I enjoyed it, so the rating I'm going to give this film, Resident Evil Vendetta, 4 out of 5. A good film itself, I enjoyed it. So before I go, 4 out of 5 for Vendetta. Remember to subscribe to my channel, take care and enjoy my videos. Thank you for watching, hope you see me soon, I'll see you soon, and bye for now.